Hello, family. Today we want to have a small gist about silent treatment between couples. Some couples are able to keep malice for a very long time with their partner. They maybe because of a little argument or a little misunderstanding for days, they may not want to talk, they don't want to discuss, they just quietly do their things in the house and act like their partner is no longer existing or not in the house anymore. And you're wondering, how do you deal with this kind of situation? Now, I've heard a lot of people give their own opinion on how to deal with silent treatment in marriages. But one thing I have consistently said is, you cannot use another person's template on your marriage, because there are no two individuals that are the same. Even if they are identical twins, there are always things different from them, even though they were born same day from the same womb and they look so much alike. Not to talk about men that grow up from different families, different homes. So you can't use my exact template to take care of your husband, or you can't use another man's exact template to take care of your wife or to manage the situation. However, you can learn from it to see if it can work in your own instance. But that doesn't mean you just take it hook, like Nasika. That's why a lot of women or a lot of people have a lot of problems in their marriages, because they have gone to seek advice, they've been given advice, and then they're applying it like 100%. This is the way it is, and that's the way it is. But the person you are dealing with is not the exact person that whoever you sought as advice from is talking about, right? So what you get from online, from counselors and all of that, you ensure that you're able to bring it to work with the person you're living with. So how do you deal with silent treatment from your partner? To deal with silent treatment from your partner, you must first of all understand the personality you are dealing with. There are, let's use men for example, right? There are some men that if their wife apologized to them, if you did something wrong and you say I'm sorry, they instantly forget about it, and they even thank you for being such a humble wife and coming to apologize and all of that, and they also apologize too, and everything is okay. Now there are other sets of men that you will apologize to, and it's like you just poured petrol. You just poured it into the fire, and it's as if all hell is let loose. You start complaining all over again, talk about the issue again and again and again and again and again. It's as if, did I do anything wrong to have apologized? So you're confused, so sometimes you don't feel like going to apologize because it will only worsen the matter. There are some others that feel, okay, if your husband is keeping malice with you, fine. What's good for the goose is good for the gaga, so why not? Also keep malice. Don't talk to him. Do your thing. Now, that can work if you marry a man who is a believer to the core, right? If you do that, he's going to, his spirit is going to be rebuking him. You are the priest of the home. Don't allow this. And then he's going to call you, say, come and sit down. Let's have a discussion. We can't allow this in our home. That's a man who is broken. There are so many you will try that silent treatment with, and they are ready to go a whole year. A whole year not having any form of discussion with you, not having any form of, friendship. And you as the woman know that within a month you may get tired. So if you marry those kind of men, that is not a strategy you want to try at all. So how do you handle silent treatment? Study the person you are with. Understand what works or what does not work with this person. Understand your place of peace. What you want is peace at the end of it. So understand his personality, understand who you're dealing with, and understand what you want, right? When you settle this understanding of personality to know if he's the one who can go a long stretch, not talking to you, he's the one who has a conscience to want to come back after a few days to say, no, we can't continue like this. He's the one who wants you to just come and hold him and everything is gone. Understand who the person is. The moment you understand his personality, you now know how to deal with it. If he is the one who feels oh, she said something wrong to me, and you know that just going behind him and hugging him from behind will solve the issue, even if you have not said anything, by all means do that. I mean, of all the people in the world, you decided to marry that man, so there's nothing wrong with humility, right? So if you really know that you did something wrong, you should be able to approach him to say, okay, I'm sorry, I should have picked the keys from the school. I'm sorry I didn't get there on time. Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't get your food ready on time because I was attending to something online. Just humble yourself and just, apologize if he's that kind of a person. Then if he's the one who has the ability to keep malice for a long time, what you want at that point is your peace of mind. And of course, your relationship with your God. So what do? Now, those kind of men that like to keep malice for a long time, even if you go to apologize to them, sometimes they want to prolong the issue, so you apologize and they keep recalling some things that happened before, how your attitude is bad, how you are not being a good wife, and they keep talking and talking and talking, and you may be tempted to want to respond like you get hurt. Before you approach such men to break that silent treatment, first of all, settle it within your mind that the reconciliation you are going for is not just reconciliation with him, it's reconciliation with your God. Do you understand the description? Because God says you should seek peace with all men, right? So your husband, of course, is the first person you should seek peace with. So you understand that I am obeying God's instruction in this particular order. So when you are approaching him to, resolve this silent treatment, you are approaching him and you're putting before your sight God. I am going to do this because I love God and I don't want the relationship between me and my God to be strained. And then I'm going to do this because he is my husband and I want our relationship restored. So when you approach him in that light and then you get to where he is and he's bringing up issues and probably calling you a bad wife, you restrict yourself from answering back or from responding back to him, because the ultimate of it all is because you want your relationship with God restored so that you can have your prayer life and have your peace. Now, when he continues like that again and again, you can just mumble all some prayers in your mind so that you can be calm. If not, you're going to blow up and then the quarreling is going to stretch. So you just keep calm, even if you feel like responding, even if you feel like, lashing back, like what all of these things you have done too, just try to keep calm. Now, when he's done with all of that, if he's not willing to settle, genuinely you have asked for forgiveness for your shortcoming, genuinely you have restored yourself to God, at that point, don't kill yourself over, oh, he's still not this, he's still not that, he's still not hugging me, he's still not holding me. Don't bring yourself into that emotional struggle. You have apologized to him. You have to build some form, if you live with those kind of people, you have to build some form of emotional maturity. You have apologized to him, you have restored your relationship back to God. Ensure that you deliberately do not do any action that will hurt him just to show him that you are not also foolish. No. Ensure that you deliberately carry out actions that are pleasing unto God, and that you are able to assist him when you discover that he's in need of help. For example, he comes back from work and he's feeling all weak and tired and sickly. Don't, because he's been giving you silent treatment, also ignore him and not ask him, go, are you all right? You look weak. Do you need some water? I can get you some ice cubes and put it on your head. You touch his temperature. Just be you at this time, because at that point you are living to please God. You are living just to have a relationship with your God and to maintain your peace. So your emotional maturity has to come up. So you do what will be pleasing unto God. You do things that, we honor God, things that will just make you live at peace. But don't go crying, he's not talking to me, he's not doing this. Do all the things that you're supposed to do as a wife. Make his meals. Talk to him. Not when you want to talk to him, don't talk to him with an attitude. You have to practice it. Practice makes perfect. You have to practice it. Don't talk to him with an attitude. Or you want to ask him money, for example, for fuel, or you want to ask him money for children's things in school, or you want to buy something for the house, don't go with, squeezed face, with the man of the house, did you notice that? No, don't go there. You just go quietly, peacefully, and if whatever name you call him, whatever pet name you call him, don't withdraw it at that point. Just, it may be difficult to want to be calling those pet names, but God will strengthen you, right? So you just go to him and, sweetheart, I need to get this for the case, okay? If he responds to you, fine, he gives it to you. He may just hand it over and not even say a word to you. Still tell him thank you. Now, by the time you continue like that, just having your own normal life, and you continue with your prayer and all of that, you discover that with time, you start cracking him. You start cracking him. You start cracking him. So how you deal with silent treatment from men, from husbands, is different. It depends on their personality. It depends on who you are living with. There are some people that married demons, in quote, that do not have conscience. So even if you want to, they can keep malice or give you that silent treatment for a long time. What you need to do is to maintain your relationship with God and ensure that you just talk to him normally so that you can maintain your health. If you don't and you want to follow him with that energy, you're going to break down. You're going to break down. So don't even start that kind of war by the time once you notice the kind of person you're married to. But if you're married to a man whose heart is simple, who fears the Lord, who knows that malice is not good, even if he's angry with you, he knows that it's not good for anger, for you to be angry overnight, and then he's also making effort to please his God. He comes to you, you come to him. Lucky you are blessed. But that the woman who is married to such a simple man decides to keep silent treatment for a few hours and it works for her, does not mean it will work for you, who married a man who does not even have such a conscience. So don't follow every advice, hook, line, and sinker. Follow the person. Study the personality you are married to and work with the method that works best for you. But of all those methods, put God first. You don't disobey God by your action, and then you don't affect your health by wanting to, give the same energy. Act like he's not there, but act like he's there. You understand that? You act like you don't see his attitude. You act like you only see you pleasing God. And at the end of the day, you find out that in the long run, you enjoy peace, you enjoy satisfaction, you enjoy health, and your marriage is still intact. With time, that silent treatment just starts resolving itself. God starts cracking him down because you are pleasing him. And so because you're pleasing God, God is not going to allow you be in a place where you'll be pained all your life. He's going to step in. All right? So these are some of the tips I'm going to give on how you can handle silent treatment from your husband if you're experiencing that. But I'll give more tips in next videos. And if you have any comments, any question, you can drop it. That will help us to also, create videos that will answer such a question. God bless your home. Amen.